ask you, so True Lies,
Yeah.
everyone knows it.
Yeah.
You're playing a very iconic character.
Please,
Harry, tell us the difference about yours and what you're bringing to this.
Look, it was bittersweet when I found out, because Anthony Hemingway is an amazing producer-director. He said, I'm doing this job, you should come on and do it. And I go, what is it? He says, they're making the TV version of True Lies. I go, the movie? And he said, yeah. And he goes, you got to do it. And I go, as who, Gib? And he said, no, Harry, the main guy. I go, the Schwarzenegger character? I was like, you're tripping. Like, are you serious? Like, what? And then when I agreed upon it, I thought about doing this. I wanted to do the role where you shoot the gun, where you punch the guy, where you kick the guy, you win against the bad guys, you kiss the girl, you have the romance, you have the danger, you have the action, you have the stunts. I wanted to do that, and then I got it, and it was like, but I didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm not an Austrian bodybuilder. I'm not a mega huge superstar film legend. So to fill those shoes was really intimidating. I'm not going to even lie. It was really scary because you're kind of set up to fail, right? Because they're going to compare. People are going to compare the two. And so my goal was just like, once I found out who the cast was and once I got to work with them, I was like, oh, we have our own thing. We have something cool here. We have something that's just different. So to have James Cameron tip his hat to this project, to have Jamie Lee Curtis, give some shout outs, to have Tom Arnold as a guest star on the show. It's a dream come true, because I saw True Lies in the theater. I loved the movie, and I told Tom Arnold, I said, to have your best performance be in a multi-million-dollar blockbuster film is pretty cool, because he stole the film as far as I'm concerned.
Getting prepared for the role, how did you sort of get the workout done as well as just getting in your mindset? Even though you've always been in good shape, of course.
I've been lucky. I played sports in high school and college, so that helped. I have muscle memory. I purposely didn't buff up too much because I didn't want it to be like I was, trying to be him. So I wanted him. I wanted Harry to be a little slimmer, just like a different version. The hair was kind of an homage because he, you know what I mean? Like there was a certain style about it. But yeah, I didn't. He has to be in great physical shape because of what he does. He breaches buildings through the ceiling. He chases bad guys. He fights. But at the same time, I didn't want him to be like swole to because I was worried people were going to go, oh, he's trying to be him.
Caricature.
He's trying to be him, and I was like, it's going to be too much work to have people kind of look at. And I didn't want it. I was like, if we're doing the TV version of True Lies, let it be different. Obviously, Helen's different. We have a Asian female playing Helen. I'm totally different. I'm not an Austrian bodybuilder. So yeah, just not as buff, a little bit taller.
I mean, you got the height for sure, man.
Yeah.
Just because you're not Austrian doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, but we were trying to do our own thing. We were trying to create something that already exists, but have it be new. So the painting exists. There it is. Now we're recreating that painting, but we have different artists this time.
And you talk about the character Helen, played by Ginger. You guys have like really cool chemistry.
Great chemistry.
Was that something that just happened?
Happened. It happened in the test. So when we were doing the testing for Helen's, I read all these actresses and they were amazing. But then Ginger walked in, all 5 foot nothing of her, 100 of nothing. She's one of the biggest. Omar's 6'6", I'm 6'4". Erica Hernandez is 5'10". Mike O'Gorman is 6'1". We are a big cast. And then there's Ginger, and she is one of the biggest of all of us. her energy and her presence is so contagious. High tide raises all ships. So when I met her at the test, she just started improvising, and I was like, oh, okay, we're going there. And so I just tried to keep up, and then she made me giggle in the thing. I was like, we were doing a scene, and I was like, oh, that's so good. And then she made me laugh every day. Working with her, if it was Harry and Helen for that day, I knew I was going to be laughing. So that was a blessing. Once we found out that the cast was who we are and who we were, we're all tight. We're all very close. And we wanted to support each other. We had each other's back. I'm not, I came into this being number one on the call sheet. I've had a lot of amazing mentors, so I know I wasn't going to be an asshole. Well, I wasn't going to be a purpose. I was going to be an asshole that was going to, at least I'm coming with good graces. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to, I go out of my way not to, fuck people over. I go out of my way to help people. This was my my effort for this to be trickled down, because if number one is a jerk, everybody's miserable. The crew's miserable. The cast has to do the thing. So I was like, that was not going to happen, and it was so easy because we had Omar, because we had Ginger, and so that was such an easy thing. I was like, oh, thank you so much. People that I care about, so I didn't have to fake it. Oh, okay, yeah, I love being here. This is so nice. Nah. Yeah. William H. Macy was an amazing mentor. Reba was an amazing mentor. First to be there, last to leave. I had amazing number ones. I haven't had a lot of experiences where I had to be like, ugh, God, I gotta deal with this. You know what I mean?
Omar mentioned that there was almost a year between the pilot episode.
Yes.
How did you keep your head in the right mindset to play Harry?
You don't. I didn't. The energy comes back once we get everybody together. Each character, each actor playing these characters is their own pillar. Gib is his own pillar. Helen is her own pillar. And then we have two new pillars in Luther and Maria. But for me, playing Harry, once I got around them, it was all back into it. And we were dealing with other stuff. We were dealing with this crazy 7-day schedule, which was insane. I was dealing with not only is memorizing lines, reading the scripts, trying to find the story, trying to find the character, trying to find the nuance, trying to find the humor, trying to find the real espionage attitude, trying to find the spy face. These are all, you know what I mean? These were all hard, and on top of that, doing the stunts, I was just trying to not freak out, because it was not, this stuff, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be an actor anymore. I don't know. It's just, is it worth it, really, at the end of the day? I broke my finger. I pulled my quadricep. On Shameless, I just had to get naked and, make out with a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? I didn't know. Going to a lazy boy into a full-on, marathon sprint. You're just wait, what happened? What am I want to go lay down. You know what I mean? But this was so much fun. It's just, careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Because I always wanted to do this, and I feel like we're doing 80s, 90s action comedy. I'm doing Miami Vice. You know what I mean? I'm doing.
Living the dream.
Yeah, I've got to wear the thing, and I'm walking. I get to do the face and shoot the guy, punch, and and then crack a joke. So dreams do come true.
How much, you talk about, the action, how much weapons and physical training is involved when doing the series?
Well,
and how often?
Well, this is why Anthony wanted me, because he already knew, because he was a director on Shameless for a bunch of different episodes. He's a big producer. He's the best. I was a competition rifle pistol shooter. So for a few years. So I already knew how to handle firearms. I knew about how dangerous they are and how much respect they need. They're one of the fastest appreciating skill sets. If you're not doing it all the time, you're getting bad at it. I train in Muay Thai, train in boxing. So I was already in that world. I got to work with some amazing stunt people from Day Shift, 8711 Entertainment, who did all the John Wick. And I wanted to do that because I am a physical person. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to put hands on you. I can defend myself. I can throw most men. You know what I mean? So I want to do. Let's put it in on camera. Man, what a shock of how hard it is to do that choreography, to make it look good, and then to do it again. Also, throwing a punch is completely different than throwing a punch on camera. I had no idea. So after doing it over and over again, I learned all this new trade. It's a trade. And so my respect to the stunt people, stunt coordinators, stunt actors. They put their body through so much to make it look good. Because I would look at feet, I go, man, I just beat the shit out of those dudes so bad right now. And then you look back on it and I go, why do I look like a newborn baby gazelle? Why am I in slow motion? I'm awkward looking. It's terrible. And it's the choreograph. It's a dance to make it look cool. And those guys, they know how to do that, to throw a punch and pull it back. And I go, why does pulling it back make it look cool? You just throw a punch. And then, sure enough, you threw a punch, it doesn't look cool. You threw a punch and pull it back, and it's like, that looks so much better. Why? It's just, it's the motion of the thing on camera, whatever it is, but that was another fun part.
Wow.
So I knew a little bit before, I know a lot more now, but now it's to hone that and to let the stunt guys do all the work.